Hey everyone, Indigo Eyes here with a real time intuitive art piece and its detailed message for the zodiac sign Aries. That's the people born between March 21st and April 19 for the year of 2023. So, because this is reading is for the entire year of 2023, I'm combining intuitive art with shadow aspects of Aries and the stage they are at in the spiritual alchemy to give us an in-depth glimpse of energy. So we can use this guidance to eliminate the obstacles in life that are keeping us stuck and achieve our goals and wishes, thus leading a fulfilled life. So I'll be posting two videos, one to explain what spiritual alchemy what each stage means, and the other video explaining what shadow elements mean. Okay, and for intuitive art, you can check out the link in comments because I have posted that video in the past. So, to go over these things very briefly, intuitive art is all about connecting with creative intuition and allowing it to guide through the process of creating art. The motifs, the symbols, they emerge from activity in from the part of brain called as the primary visual cortex. This is the very first stage of processing, and all this is not being done from a thinking mind but subconscious mind. So I personally am not influencing anything in the drawing and its interpretation. Okay. So does the messages or the advice they emerge accurately for whoever I paint or this art is for, and what they need at the time, therefore helping them in their life path or the problems they are encountering at the moment. And then, very briefly, of course, what is a shadow element or the shadow self? It is the dark side or the negative trait of a person that are buried deep in the unconscious mind, not subconscious but unconscious mind. Okay, so but there's nothing to be worried about. These negative traits, they don't define you. Everyone is more prone to a certain type of behavior or fall trap into certain things. Only by knowing your weakness you will be able to go forward. And even Carl Jung, the Austrian psychiatrist, he said everyone carries a shadow, and the less it is embodied in the individual's conscious life, the blacker and denser it is. So, once again, I would repeat that understanding the prediction of art of your zodiac sign is a great way to allow yourself to be careful, manifest yourself, and grow with your sign rather than let it consume you. Okay, so Aries, you are at the stage one of alchemy called the calcination stage, and your shadow element is darkness. So, the calcination stage, which is the stage one, in alchemy, this is depicted as the burning of the prima materia into ash. What it means is burning the primal material into ash. So, transforming the self through inner alchemy. I know that people in the past used to believe alchemy means turning lead into gold, but that usually means transformation of the self. Okay, and that occurs through a series of alchemical processes where we use our inner energies and consciousness to change and grow on all levels of our being. And I will give you the tool that is the alchemical tool for spiritual transmutation. In this case, it is connecting with your deepest and darkest desires, facing your shadows, proactively looking at parts of yourself without judgment. Okay. In my mind, the most important thing being without judgment. Now, this stage, the calcination stage, it refers to the breaking of our attachments to possession of extremes, that is, the materialistic wealth, of course. It is very important. We need materialistic wealth, but extreme of anything is always not really good. So we are living in an age of instant gratification, and mostly everyone wants more and more in life. Along the journey of life, it's easy to get lured into the rat race, I would say. We seek wealth, but also the status, fame, of course, prestige, things to feed our ego and our own perception of our identity. And these things can be beneficial, like I just said, and but to a point. And meaning, the more we chase these, the more these things they consume us. And the break with this consumption comes to us in something as sudden as a traumatic event like a loss, or it could come gradually, not abruptly, but gradually through the suffering we experience through the life, or even when we get all the things that we could ever want, but without a feeling or a true sense of fulfillment. And this stage, that's the stage one or the calcination stage, it asks us to humble ourselves. Fire sparks the journey into self. Okay. And we know that fire represents the life itself, and light equals existence. And the moment of coming to life and knowing we exist. So we can say that the burning that takes place with fire, and fire brightens the surroundings. That it exactly explains the zodiac sign Aries, because they are related with fire, right? And they brighten up the room with their presence. If we are burning anything in fire, it turns to ash. And then there is darkness. And ash is darkness as well. And darkness is the shadow element of Aries, like I already said. And what does it represent? It represents their fear of not being seen or not being able to achieve everything they set out for. And they are most likely stuck in the loop of doubting themselves, and then they plunge into the darkness. So they strive for a huge purpose in life, that the fear or failure or not being able to be as competitive as they wish, and this scares them. So this is the loop Aries gets stuck, and this is a good information we are getting from the spiritual alchemy, that's the calcination stage, and the shadow element. Okay, so from here, there are two messages for Aries for the year 2023. Number one is to understand the meaning of failure, because failure always, it doesn't mean something bad. And I'm going to explain that, and and you will be surprised. And the second is they need to have courage. So the failure to accomplish a task, what does it mean? It is simply an opportunity to evolve and not a negative connotation. Paying attention to your shadow aspect, you can realize that what you view as a failure is your soul telling you that there's another better path for you. So start your year, Aries, with stopping any negative emotion in investment you have in the outcome, and embrace the maxim. The maxim being, when one door closes, another one opens. So revel in the knowingness that everything will reveal itself when it is meant to. Remain true to your dream and the creative process, and trust yourself. So that being a really, really thorough number one message for you. Now, second is to have the courage. Are you gonna achieve that courage? This is by reminding yourself on constant basis. So the I guess the important word being on constant basis. So by reminding yourself on constant basis to honor your own power. This leads you to be able to hear your inner voice, and this is called intuition. By following its advice, you will come to know that your intuition is a guiding light and it's never wrong. We can call this as gut feeling. And now, as a scientist, I'll tell you, this has been proven by the microbiome studies. Microbiome meaning the normal bacteria that are present in our gut. So it has been shown that emotions and GI tract, they uh, the GI tract functions and they're directly connected. That there is sophisticated neural network in our gut that transmits message to our brain and vice versa. So in a way, truly a brain or thinking brain equivalent in the gut. So intuition, gut, the inner voice, they are the same thing, and you should learn. You need to learn to trust it and follow it. So know that fear is only an illusion. We made the word fear, the humans, okay? Here, the lesson to learn is that coming from a place of love, it will conquer all fear. Since this is a general reading, I don't know what the situation is exactly, but for instance, maybe you are changing your career path, or you're entering or exiting a relationship, and whatever the situation it might be, know that the situation has been placed, whichever situation it has been placed in front of you as a test, because this is an opportunity to overcome the fear you are experiencing, to take the next step by proving yourself, meaning you and only you can make the correct decision. And by not taking the step forward, you will find yourself two steps back and stuck in the same obstacle cycle. However, if you take a step and not be afraid, normally the situation just falls off on itself and you really don't have to face it. So try that sometime. Now, um, calcination, the first stage is, it means transforming yourself through inner alchemy. And for self transformation, you are being asked to be completely honest with yourself. Nobody else needs to know anything. So at least be very honest with yourself, to be forgiving of past experiences, and to have the desire and will to change yourself and your life. So this will help you reclaim your inner powers and understanding that both the darkness and light is a necessary part of soul growth. So both these polarities, darkness and light, they empower you, and in the process, they will change you so you can evolve into higher states of being, um, and help you bring gifts to the world, because you have your own unique gift. Everyone has their unique gift. And so, with this reading, what I want to do is let you know that, or empower you that you have these gifts and you can bring them to the world. It is only when opposing or the conflicting forces within us, they become excessive and imbalanced, that we stray from our path of wholeness and truth. So you need to balance the masculine and the feminine essence. You will ask, what do you mean? I mean, I'm a male or I'm a female, but everybody, a male or a female, we both have half and half. So we have both masculine and feminine essences. If we can balance, I mean, that's the trick. If we can balance the masculine and feminine essences, which both have an equal part to play in spiritual awakening and ascension. And this is a message I get from the art. It is for you to bring balance in your life. That is, bring a sense of stability and wholeness into every area of your life. Meaning, most of the time when you look at a situation, you resonate with one side more than the other, right? So, to bring a balance, try not to view the situation as good or bad, but simply to learn to realize that this situation, it just is. Okay, not good, not bad, but is. To do so, you need to understand that any situation or both the sides of the situation, they need your equal objective perspective. And it can be difficult for you to understand the side that you don't relate to or you don't like it. But I mean, that's a lesson in itself, okay, to be able to relate to the side you don't know. But here the question you need to ask yourself is, what prevents me from giving both sides of the situation my non-judgmental assessment? So I'm going to give you an exercise and you will be happy that you did. So pick up a situation that bothers you and ask this question that I just said. Um, what prevents me from giving both sides of the situation my judgmental assessment? Now write both sides of the situation in an unbiased manner, meaning just be an observer, okay, and just write for the time being, and consider yourself, like I said, a neutral being looking at the situation or even the people involved. Okay, so write the both sides. Now you will find out at the end of the exercise that the negative situation or the people involved have been placed in your path to teach you that everyone has his or her own unique, authentic life story. And you must put yourself in person's shoes to really understand their motivation. You will see that all your anger and resentment towards the situation or the people involved will melt away. And then what do? You bless the situation and leave it in the past to rest, because it's in the past, leave it in the past, and we live in the present. Now, because you learned the lesson from it, from that situation or from the people, now you'll be able to move forward in life and you will be able to use the lessons you just learned, thus be able to move ahead in life, especially the magic is without pain or anger, okay, and be close to your goals. Because when we hold anger or pain, yeah, the other person or the situation did something to us. Yes. Who is suffering? You are. The situation or those people are not. Okay. So do this exercise, and uh, I really want you to just let go of the past and be free of it and be in present. Now, balance. This will bring balance in your life. So balance is a godly virtue. And if it is stuck, you will reap the benefits and insight and compassion. Okay. So the art piece, as I look at it, it shows the frequency of realization. It supports the internal process of becoming aware of your heart centered truth. It also tells me that the external process of becoming your highest expression in this world. It also shows a desire to express yourself and be realized in the outer world. So, what's stopping you? Follow this advice and express yourself, realize your goals, and don't be stuck. Now, if you look at the art piece, there is a presence of two hummingbirds, and that's the central energy. That gives you a message that you must focus on the saying, it's not about the destination, it's about the journey. And is asking you to learn the joy of anticipation. The process of doing is very rich in lesson, yes. But when you concentrate only on the goal, those experiences, they are disregarded or they are lost, because you're not experiencing as every step the happiness that comes, and you don't even realize that because you are so focused on the goal. Oh, I haven't achieved the goal, I can't be happy. Okay. So the key word here is that you need to practice the art of patience. Life will keep unfolding. The more patience you practice, the more you will let the universal energy celebrate itself through you and bring the experiences and situations that your soul requires. So, the gist being that you need to learn that there is rhythm to everything in the universe. And the more you are living with patience, the more aware you are of the lessons your soul is learning, or it is studying. The soul is always studying. It's a neutral entity. It just sits there and it sees everything. So, but you are on a path. You will miss the little miracles and treasures that have been placed there. Okay, so that's why it's the journey is as important as reaching a destination. Actually, journey is more important than reaching the destination. Now, in this art, there is a presence of green and blue circle. That also is indicative of patience, balance, and health. Okay, so, in nutshell, 2023 for Aries is a year of spiritual awakenings and new beginnings. New beginnings doesn't really, it should scare you. It doesn't mean really to get uprooted and start something new somewhere else. Okay? It could be just your new self. Okay? The completed art piece shows two hummingbirds, like I said, in an expansive energetic realm where all new beginnings originate. This is what it means. And there are gold dots. These are the orbs of light guiding you through the clouds of the earthly world. And they lead you to a deeper understanding of your eternal identity, the source of all true value and power. So, thus opening the doors to truly unlimited potential. For the changes that happen here, they reach deep into the core of your being. So, now is the time for you to open up to the unexpected guidance and inspiration of the spirit and to the magic and power of your true identity. Believe in yourself, have faith in yourself. You may be too distracted by worldly matters, that's possible, or there are personal problems, okay, and they will inhibit you to arrive at the deeper sense of your spiritual connection. Now, the more you can let go of this drama, distractions, or intense emotions, the more your spiritual peace will bring you solutions for these issues, okay? Because we always think, I mean, the way the way we are programmed that we have to be, it's doing, and otherwise it's not good. No, calm down, have some peace, and then you will see that the answers will come to you. And I'm also saying this because I sense that there's a lack of motion or lack of sense or personal freedom, as if the feeling is that you feel that you're all tied up. This art piece also shows a situation in your life where things seem to be severely stuck. A major drama might be going on around you and stopping you from moving forward. It's possible you're waiting for a contract to be signed or an arrangement to be made. But whatever is holding things up, the restrictions may be feeling quite oppressive at this time, or the personal stuff, and then you feel that you're just tied up and you cannot break free. So look at your life and see if you're tying yourself up in some emotional angst or in negative habit that you refuse to deal with. Like I said in the beginning, what was the message? To be completely honest with yourself. So it's time to cut the vines and make some serious changes now. You don't need to live in your self-imposed, jail in any longer. So get ready to free yourself. You have the power and clarity at this point. So untie the binds of the patterns that have stopped you from being authentic and be empowered. Now is the time to liberate yourself. I cannot use enough of the word called now for Aries. Okay. Now, hummingbirds as the central energy, they are dominant. Okay, so their spirit is asking you to open your heart to celebration and fun, and that you don't need to suffer to grow. Embrace your life, yourself, and others in the moment. They're also reminding you that life is just not just about reaching destination, but the joy of journey, as I said before. So just to talk about the hummingbirds, on an average they visit about 1,000 flowers a day, and this means they expend a tremendous amount of energy, and it's necessary to have periodic rest, right? Um, so follow the example of these hummingbirds that are coming in your reading, as such a dominant energy that you need to replenish yourself also. So be open to change, dear Aries, and look for joy in this moment. Just look at the moment and they say, is there anything that's bothering? Okay. So find your boundaries and stand strong. Discover your joy. Believe. You should believe that only good can come in your life. And if you believe this, there is nothing else that is going to come in. Be aware that the true communication includes how you speak to yourself. So never deny your profound integral value. Speak up for yourself. Write in your journal. Let your words just flow, because that's your journal. Nobody else is going to look at it. And you need to be honest to yourself if you really want, to untie yourself and feel the happiness and joy of the life and untie yourself. So now is the time to express yourself freely and fully. Now is the time to shift your focus. Notice that all you have, and you should thank universe for it, and move from a consciousness of lack or failure or fear to one of the value. Okay, with this shift, things in your life will start changing towards what you desire. This is how you take charge of your destiny, because the power that comes from within, that's the true power, and reaches out to the universe and beyond. And then there is presence of red flowers, and the message is that there are times in life to receive, and there are times in life to provide love or the services and items to others. So what you give comes back to you tenfold. But you don't give with a thought in your mind that I'm giving this because I want it to return to me. Okay, you just give from goodness of your heart. So this is the time to give with your whole heart, without thinking of what will you gain in return. By doing this, you enter into the flow of universe, and blessings will shower upon you. I promise. This is the truth. And be open to receive the bounty of the universe. So share from your heart and receive with an open heart, and success will blossom. The red color and the gold dots, they also give you the message to surrender. That is, understand the difference between power and control. The only control you have is on yourself, and the power of inner control, but very little to none of the external control. Like if you want to control the outside world, you need to change yourself, and you will see this is the magic. You change yourself, and the outer world and even the people, they start changing. So the overall green color in this art piece, it represents the earth and nature in particular. So as a representation of our conscious connection between earth and the source, we only have to retreat into nature and find the silence within to listen to all the majestic expressions Mother Earth reveals through the winds in the trees, the humming of the bees, the rhythmic chirping of the crickets during the late hours of night. So, on our journey of life, we are deeply intertwined with the earth, and our roots, they reach far under the surface of the earth. So from this entire reading, if I look at the entire reading in summary, and because this is for the whole year of 2023, and you can really make this as your magical year, there are a few affirmations I would like to give you, and you can practice them every day. um Remember the thoughts. Subconscious does not change in one day, or it could take many days, but if you read the words, better yet, if you write them every day, they slowly take roots in your mind, thus giving you the benefit you are looking for. And I will post my video link for how to use the affirmations and use them to your advantage, changing the subconscious. Okay. And just briefly, if I have to mention, it is that at least say these affirmations just before you go to bed and the first thing you wake up in the morning. So, from this reading, the affirmations I could give the zodiac sign Aries is: number one, I, and you could even substitute your name here. I, whatever your name is, bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. Second, I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. Deep within me is an abiding strength that knows no bounds. I have all the power I need to achieve all that I want. And then on failure, especially on failure, not to think of it as failure, you have to say, I understand mistake is an opportunity to learn. So another affirmation you could use is, I accept that everything happens in divine order. And this one is really good to accept. Okay, that way you keep doing your karma, your work you are supposed to do, but to know that it will happen in the divine order. Okay, then another one is, I relax and connect with my spirit's wisdom and power. I live in the peace that my spirit brings and know that the world of spirit supports me. Lastly, I release stuck energy, old habits, and restrictions. My life is opening up, and I am free to choose my reality. So find any affirmation. The affirmations you should use are only the ones that resonate with you. You don't need to use all of them. I've given a bunch of them because it's a general read. So any of one of these resume sorry affirmations that resonate with you, you should just pick that up and use it. Now the numbers that showed up in this reading are 32, 41. 23. And from here, I see that the dominant number is 5. So if that means anything to you, or as you can use your numbers, I just wanted to give that. So if you see and relate with something else in the painting, you're welcome to write in the comments, or you can even DM me, and I will be happy to explain if there's any other image you see, or any other, people see different things in the paintings all the time. And I would be happy to discuss that with you. Okay, so thanks for listening to this reading. And if it resonated with you, and or if you liked it, so please give it a like and subscribe to my channel. And I will see you next month. That would be February, and I would be giving every month reading. Okay, so good luck to Aries. Bye for now.